Everybody, welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. Yes, indeed. I hope you're all good and well. I'm all right. Suit and Tie Dip and Chew guy uploaded a video this morning or last night. He mixed some raspberry nasal snuff with Copenhagen snuff dip and made like raspberry dip. And that's just the coolest. Back in the old days, you could get Skoal, fine cut wintergreen, Copenhagen mint, or Copenhagen snuff, and this brand that I never ever saw called Happy Days. And they did a mint and they did a raspberry. So I suppose that's probably the closest that anyone's ever going to see to Happy Days raspberry dip again. So good on you, man. That was a killer video. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But as you can tell from the title of the video, today, from a Canadian perspective, now these are new to Canada, or new to my area anyway. We never had them before. When I would dip pouches is when I would be really hard up for cash because they're a lot cheaper than a can of dip. Well, they're reasonably cheaper than a can of dip. And my theory was you get, in a can of long cut, I get 6 to 8 pinches, I guess. And, but in a can of pouches, you get, even though it's less tobacco, you get 15 dips. They're little baby dips, but you get them. So they're kind of an economical thing, even though I don't really like pouches that much. I don't mind them. They have a place. I dip pouches actually quite frequently these days. But anyhow, this can, out of the Canadian cans, this is the can. And that's probably the best looking Canadian dip can going. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, that's definitely the best looking dip can I've seen in Canada in years. So all our cans kind of look like this. They have the little, like, this is a Copenhagen snuff can. This is a Skoal snooze can. They all kind of look like that. But yeah, this has the nice boxed brown or bronze rim on it. This color's nice. I don't know. It's for Canada. It's all right. Now this can doesn't have the new the company that makes Copenhagen and Skoal have very good quality American plastic cans, and the Canadian cans have always been crap. They've been like Longhorn cans, basically, with a tin lid. And this is an old can, so it's probably a little bit, I don't know, maybe it's out of date, maybe it's just on the edge, but I'd never seen it before, so we shall crack it open. I mean, I'm sure I know exactly what these taste like, but really, I just wanted the can. And I wanted to do another dip review, because, I do a lot of things on this channel. Primarily, I started this channel as a music channel. I just happened to dip tobacco and started vlogging. But my dip reviews get the most views, so they're fun, and they're fun to make. So thanks y'all for watching, and thanks. I keep getting new subscribers all the time. I'm at 145 now, and this has been a banner week for me. So thank you all very, very much. And Trista Gibson, now I know that you're Pat Gibson. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't figure that one out, but thanks for cluing me. So yeah, anyway, I cracked the can, but it's, it's standard This product is highly addictive. I mean, yes, it is, but that's about it. These warning or duty labels. I love the look of the duty labels. I don't know why. And the Francais barcode. There's really nothing on the back. There's a very, very light yellow pinpointy kind of print on it, but I can't read it because my eyes are shot. So we'll open up the can. Yeah, smells just like Copenhagen snuff. And yeah, these pouches are a little dry. I'll do two. Huh. One stuck to the lid. Okay, maybe they're not so dry. No, they're not so bad. They're actually quite good. But yeah, they just kind of taste like Copenhagen long cut or Copenhagen snuff. I mean, Copenhagen snuff and Copenhagen long cut taste like a little bit different, but I think it's just mainly due to the texture of the cut. Yeah, these are just they're just plain old Copenhagen in a pouch. Good thing about pouches is you can you don't have to like rinse your mouth out after you're done dipping them. You can, if you're going into a store or something, you can't be dipping. You don't have a spitter. You can just spit them out on the ground or whatever. And if you're a hardcore snuff dipper or wintergreen dipper, and you get gator lip, and that's a trouble to you. It's funny. I've been dipping. I always pack in this side, always. I never pack in this side. And if I snooze up here. But I've never had problems with anything. I get a little bit of gator lip from time to time. But yeah, I got good teeth. So my dentist always. I very rarely see the dentist, but I'm very kind of OCD about oral hygiene. But every time I go to the dentist, he's just like, wow, I haven't seen you in 10 years, and you're fine. You're great, so it's all about, it's funny, like dip, anti-dip people who think dipping's gross, but yet they smoke, like you're way more likely to get any sort of oral cancer from smoking than from dipping. The statistics prove that dip really doesn't have any chance of giving you oral cancer. Like there's no difference in people who don't dip and people who do dip in the rates of oral cancer, but yeah, people who think dipping is gross, when you see the scare pictures, of like the meth mouth, like the rotted all teeth and the whatever, and like that's not from dipping. That's from not brushing your teeth and not taking care of yourself. I've been dipping since I'm 48 now, and I've been dipping on and off, mostly on, since I was about 13. So that's a long time. I've been dipping for a long time. Not consistently, but enough to say I've been dipping for a long fucking time. And I've never, ever, ever had a single problem with oral anything, no receding gums, no nothing, a little bit of gator lip every now and then. But anyhow, pouches are good if you suffer from, if you have sensitive mouth, sensitive gums or whatever. They're good. And they're good for people who are wanting to explore the world of dip and chew and yet want to tread lightly into it, And I would never, ever condone anybody using tobacco products if they don't already. So, but yeah, anyhow, so Copenhagen pouches. Am I going to dip this whole can? Yes, I will, because they taste like Copenhagen, and I love Copenhagen. They're absolutely delicious. Yeah, I'll dip this whole can. I'll probably dip this all day, and I give it a 10 for a Canadian can. I give it a 10 out of 10. For a Canadian can. Our cans here are kind of lousy, but for a Canadian can, 10 out of 10. And I just give it I'll give it a 9 out of 10 on the whole, only because it's in pouches. But if I was just judging on pouches, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm being confusing and weird. I like it a lot. Yeah, I would use it again. I would buy it again. And I would say if you're a dipper and you want to try pouches, these are awesome to dip. So, yeah. Anyhow, that's my long, rambling Canadian fucking dip review of Copenhagen Pouches. So I hope you're all well. Like I say, I do a lot of stuff on this channel. I do a lot of tobacco stuff, a lot of just vlogging, though I haven't been doing so much of that lately. And I do a lot of music, of various types. I'm always playing new instruments. So yeah, if you're checking out the channel for my tobacco reviews, please feel free to check out my music as well. Yeah, I got lots of videos here. I think almost 2,000 videos now. But anyhow, be well, stay free, have an awesome Saturday, and I'll see you later in the meth end of town. Yes, indeed.